There's one simple rule I've used for the past 4 years that has cured my procrastination. It's helped me read every day for over 1,600 days. And in the last 2 months, I've started to use this rule to work out more consistently and start my weight loss journey. This is how I started, and this is how it's going. If you feel like procrastination is ruining your life and holding you back, trust me, you're not alone. I can't tell you how many times I'd promised myself that I'd finish a project, only to be up at 3 a.m. exhausted, rushing to get it done at the last minute. I'd promised myself I'd start cleaning as soon as I finished this next episode. But before I knew it, I was 5 episodes deep with Cheeto dust on my shirt and this sinking feeling in my chest, knowing that I'd wasted another night. These feelings of constant guilt, anxiety, and low self-esteem were my life for a very, very long time, but they don't have to be yours. But why do we keep procrastinating? And more importantly, how do we stop it? For years, I was stuck in the same cycle, setting ambitious goals and then failing to get anywhere close to them. I tell myself, I'll read a chapter a day. I'd start off strong, but then I'd miss a day, then two, and suddenly a week would pass and I hadn't touched the book. It wasn't just reading. I procrastinated everywhere in life. I promised myself I'd work out for an hour 3 times a week. I'd stick to it for a week or two, and then before I knew it, I was glued to the couch again. Each time I failed, it wasn't just my confidence that took a hit. It started to chip away at who I believed I was. I started to think of myself as someone who didn't follow through and didn't keep their word, until I finally figured it out. The real reason I kept procrastinating was because I was relying on motivation. And the problem with motivation is that it's wildly inconsistent. Think of motivation like your phone battery. Some days you wake up fully charged. Other days, you forget to charge your phone overnight, you start the day with 20%, and you're running on fumes by lunchtime. That's exactly how motivation works. Some days, you're gonna wake up and you're ready to crush it. And other days, you just wanna hide under the covers. The problem wasn't just me. It was that I was making my habits too hard. Reading a chapter a day, working out for an hour, these sound great on paper, but they require a ton of motivation. So on those days when life absolutely punched me in the face, when I was feeling exhausted or overwhelmed, I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't follow through. I was so tired of breaking promises to myself. And that's when I discovered this one simple rule. A rule so easy, it felt ridiculous, but it changed everything. I was procrastinating because I'd made the habits too hard. So I simplified everything. Reading a chapter a day became read just 1 page. An hour-long workout became do just 1 set. Doing 1 set of an exercise may seem pointless, but hear me out. For years, I tried to lose weight, and for years, I kept failing. I'd step on the scale, I'd see the number go up, and I'd feel worse about myself. I was never consistent, so the habit never stuck. And that's why this rule completely changed my life. Make your habit so easy to do that you can do it in 2 minutes or less. It sounds too simple to work, right? But it does. For 3 very simple reasons. Reason 1, on days that I had no motivation, doing just 1 set of an exercise, reading just 1 page, felt so ridiculously easy. It was almost impossible for me not to do it. Once I started, I found that 90% of the time, I actually kept going. 1 page turned into 3. 1 set turned into a full workout. But this only happened because I had made the start so effortless. Number 2, most people think that you have to get results before you can actually change who you are. But every small action is a vote for the person that you want to become. Showing up to read every day, even if it's just 1 page, made me believe that I was a reader. Showing up for 1 set, even when I didn't feel like it, made me believe that I was someone who worked out. The more I showed up, I stopped seeing myself as a lazy procrastinator, and I started to see myself as someone who shows up even when they don't feel like it. And trust me, that is very powerful. Number 3, I'm sure you've all heard the story of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins, not with speed, but with consistency. Reading just 1 page a day, that's 365 pages a year. 1 set of an exercise, that's still better than skipping the gym entirely. Slow progress is still progress. It compounds, it helps you build momentum, and it wins in the long term. Here's a simple way that you can start to use the 2-minute rule to change your life. Step 1, think of a goal that you want to achieve, and then break that goal down into a very easy habit that you can do in 2 minutes or less. Getting an A in biology becomes read my notes every day for 2 minutes. Walking 10,000 steps becomes step on the treadmill and walk for just 2 minutes. Watch how your life changes when you start to show up. You stop breaking promises to yourself. You start building trust with the person staring at you back in the mirror. And slowly, you start to become someone who does what they say they're going to do. Someone who pushes through even on the days they don't feel like it. Someone who believes in themselves. So now you know how to start, but how do you keep going? In this next video, I'll break down the exact steps I've used to turn a 1-page reading habit into a 1,600 1600-day reading streak. And I'll show you how you can turn tiny habits into unstoppable momentum.